Okay, the show is today with John and Helen on Plus TV Africa. Remember, if you have any challenge understanding why a friend is not exactly behaving like one, this is the show for you to be tuned onto right now. Okay.
Last week we had an interesting, an extensive conversation on generational family discord. It was very revealing, and it led us to this week's topic: friendship and love. So, who really is a friend?
Who really is a friend? What are the qualities we look for in a friend? Is it automatic that if you consider someone your friend, they also accept you as one? Because that's critical.
Yeah.
So why should and do friends backstab each other? And what's love got to do with it?
Okay, and our first guest is already seated here, so let's meet him. So from his first entry into the media in 2013, our guest today became one of the most sought-after creative industry's brightest millennial minds. He has a career spanning music, radio, events, advertising. This one is jack of all trades. Brand management, creative solutions, and tech. And most popular for his music, he has also written and co-directed campaigns for various brands with his work recognized at some local and international creative awards. Please join us to welcome Ebuka, D-Truce, Anyasie. I hope I pronounced your last name correctly.
Anyasie and
Anyasie.
D-Truce.
Anyasie.
Okay, what does it mean? Do you know what it means?
Anyasie?
Yes.
It means third eye.
Third eye. Oh,
Yeah, it's
fantastic.
Igbo. It means third eye.
That's
so literally it means the eye that smells, but obviously your eye can't smell. So when you say I smell something,
oh yeah, it's your third eye.
So it means third eye.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Interesting. No wonder you're such a creative.
Yeah.
Well,
with
it's
the
all the
third eye.
blessings. It's all the blessings.
All right. So Fubi said that you're a bread of many feathers.
Yes.
You know, you're
Jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades,
Well,
and probably
yeah.
that's why we're bringing you on board to talk friendship, because along the line,
Yeah.
you must have met plenty friends and plenty enemies. Abi?
I don't know about enemies. We don't pay attention to enemies.
Oh.
But
Oh,
yeah,
excellent.
So
So what
haters
does?
now? Haters.
You say haters, don't
Yeah.
kill me.
Oh. Okay, so thank you for joining us on the show this morning.
Thank you.
Excellent to have you on. Now, what does friendship mean to you as a person?
To me, friendship means having a group of people that you can trust and that you can take with you through your life journey, right? They could come in different forms. They could come in form of a support system. They can come in form of people that you just hang out with and you feel better. They can come in form of people that can, you know, help you in your career and you guys just keep in contact. They can come in form of people that you talk to and you feel better about everything. So to me, friendship is a wholesome experience that has many sides to it.
Wow.
So what type of friendship have you experienced?
Different types.
Okay, so can you share with us some of the friendship types you've experienced?
Well, I mean, I have friends that I grew up with. I have a friend I met in primary 2. We're still cool.
Till now?
Yeah, we're still cool. We don't see as often anymore,
Yeah.
but like we talk, and whenever we talk, it's good energy.
Okay.
We've worked together in the past as well. He's a creative as well. I've also had friends that I met literally 2 weeks ago, and we text every day. you know?
Okay, you can really
And
call a friend that you met 2 weeks ago.
Well, I mean, yes,
friend?
it depends. It depends on how the connection, how deep it is. Because you meet someone, it's like when you go to a party, for example, there are people you say hi to, and there are people that you say hi to and they come and sit with you, and you guys talk. Those people are, well, you can't, maybe friends, maybe people you know, people that, you know. So it depends. You could be friends with someone on a certain degree and be friends with someone on another degree.
True, very
So
true.
understanding where you are with people also helps with.
Okay, I asked that question because I think trust comes, you know, before you can truly say someone is a friend, and a knowledge of that person
Of
to
the
some
trust,
extent, to a
knowledge
large
of the person
extent.
to a very large
Yeah.
extent.
All right, so have you had a friend or have you had any friendship relationship that turned sour? Tell us about it.
We all have.
We want to know about yours. One or two.
It's too much tea. But okay, I had a friend that I realized wasn't, you know, the one very important thing with friendship is communication and respect. And you would know when someone doesn't respect you as much anymore. They don't respect your boundaries, they don't respect your space. You know, it's very... So yeah, I've had a couple of friends like that, you know, once you realize that that's the situation, you cut them off and you know, keep pushing.
Okay, I know it's different strokes for different folks, but I want to find out from you, what do you look out for when you consider someone your friend?
It's very important that you're friends with people that are kind.
Okay.
I, for one, I like kind people.
Yeah.
I don't like, for example, if you meet someone and you notice that the only way they compliment you is like a backhanded compliment.
Okay.
Or you say something to them and they always want to pick out the negatives first before they... I can't be friends with that. I can't be friends with that kind of person. You know, so I look out for that. I also look out for how you treat everybody else. You know, aside from how you treat me, because people will treat you different because they perceive you a certain way. You know, so kindness and how you treat people, and you know how good you are with communication, because communication is very important. It's a very big problem in our society today. A lot of people don't know how to communicate, or don't know. Some people tend to like tag normal communication as over communication. Yeah. And you know the average Nigerian is paranoid, so they'll be like, "Why are you explaining to me? Why are you talking too much? Why are you explaining too much?" You know. So yeah, communication, respect, and you know, just being kind.
But why do you think that that happens? Though, you know, about boundaries. Yeah. When you say people don't respect boundaries, why do you think that happens? That, you know, people just...
Well, because a lot of people forget that with friendship comes, you know, being able to respect the person as a person.
Commitment.
You know, commitment, and understanding that it's an intentional act. You don't just, you know, act however and expect the person to get over it because you're friends. It's how you see a lot of people say, he knows how I am now, It's like, yeah, it's how you are, but what are you doing to change it? Because this how you are is not comfortable. Okay. You get, for me, or it's not the best or in our best interest. It might be harmful, it might be unhealthy. But, you know, because that's how you are doesn't mean that you continue to be like that. It's not the right way to be. Okay. So a lot of people, you know, tend to not see that as anything, but then that's a very important and delicate part of friendship, because once you do that over and over again, there's only so much someone can take.
And I'm hinging my next question on hers. So when you notice this in a friend, in a true friend, what do you do?
Well, the first step is always to have a conversation about it. That's the reasonable thing to do. And if a conversation isn't going anywhere, you know, cut them off and move on. You don't have to be friends anymore. It doesn't have to be bitter, but you don't have to be friends anymore. I've had people that I've even acted a certain way towards, and they weren't comfortable with them. We had a conversation about it, and the result of every conversation isn't always kiss and make up. Sometimes you can say, okay, it's cool, all right, peace, see you around, and not talk to them for like 2-3 months, and you bump into them somewhere, and you say hi, and it's all blessed, it's all good still. So yeah, have a conversation, and then if it's something that a conversation cannot solve, then you move on. You
go your different ways.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a family show. So do you have a sibling in your family who is a best friend? And how did you cultivate that friendship?
I have 2 siblings. I have 2 younger sisters.
Okay.
Actually, we're quite close. We have a group chat. You know, we text each other on our group chat, and then we call and text, you know, separately. And what we try to do to cultivate our friendship is just to check in on each other. It's the least. It's communication. It's just checking in. Pick up the phone, call. Yeah, because my sisters, most times, I was telling my baby sister that you don't have to always call me only when you need something. Yeah. You can call me if you want to talk. You can call me if
just
to
say hello, how you doing?
How you doing? You know, and they've also been learning from that, and we've all been, you know, trying to practice it. Because even me too, sometimes I don't call as often. I only check in when I, you know, do something for them, or I'm like, oh, I did this, or I sent you this. Oh, how are you doing? Okay, cool. So yeah, just trying to spend time with family is very, very important. So, yeah.
Okay, I understand that, because I have a younger brother, but we need to take a quick break. Sure. While we take this break, we'll be right back.
Okay, friendship, very important. You know, we have them all around us, but we really do not get into the nitty-gritty of all of the things that we need to do and to understand to keep those friends there. So what's happening around family and friends? People are more careful and more tentative today with the label. You know, she is or he is my friend. Our guest, Ebuka, Anyasie, is still in the house. The truth?
Yeah, Truce.
Did you say, Did I get the
No,
wrong?
I got
it right.
How did you come about the name Truce, though? I'm interested to know about that.
So Truce is a nickname that my friends gave me in secondary school.
Oh, why
really?
Truce? Why not any other?
So it was a social studies class, right?
Okay.
We had just learned the word truce and what it meant. We're like 11, 12, 13.
Okay, you just heard that word.
They taught it to us in class. So our own literal definition of it was peace and quiet. Not necessarily what it means. And I was the most quiet kid in class. So they started calling me
Oh,
that to taunt me.
choose.
So another group of friends that I used to, so we're like 5 of us, and we used to listen to music together and write raps together. And, you know, those boys that will bang the tables to make beats. That was another group of friends. And they're like, oh, we like the name, but we need to make it sound cool. So they put a D in front of it. The D is my English name, Dustin. So it's almost like it became an alias. It became another personality.
Oh, cool.
So that's how D-Truce happened.
Interesting.
And you just don't run away from those kind of names.
Yeah,
If everybody calls you that, so it's like,
yeah, it sticks forever.
might as well
Yeah.
just call me Truce.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So do you have any friend who's ever put you in trouble? Like big trouble?
Big trouble? Nah, not big trouble. Not big trouble. Trouble, yes, but not big trouble. Because I mean, you have to learn to cut people off before it becomes harmful to you. But yeah, trouble. I would say trouble with his people though. I had a friend that he used to he would mess around, and then he would blame it on me to his family. You get so there were 2 impressions that they had of me. There was the impression of the me that they know, that they met, which is a cool guy, and then whatever it is he told them was another impression.
So how did you find out?
One day everything just blew up in his face. It was a whole situation.
Oh, wow.
Are you still friends?
No, of course not.
Okay.
I'll never be friends with that
No way.
Ah.
Okay, so in your career, you've done so many things: radio,
Yeah.
music, brand campaign. So how has friendship helped with that? How have you been able to pull favors from your different friends, to do some of these things?
Well, I feel like with my career, I don't know so much about favors because everybody I've worked with, regardless of our friendship or relationship, it's been about, oh, I like your work and let's work together. So it's about that first. The friendship is a bonus. I'm not necessarily friends with everybody I've worked with.
Okay.
Doesn't mean we're enemies, but the friendship is a bonus. But I feel like it's gone a long way to just have, having decent relationships with people, with acquaintances. Because you were saying something about throwing around the word friend. So there's acquaintances, there's friends. Right? So a lot of people I've worked with are acquaintances. A few of them are my friends. And I guess generally just keeping it cute has gone a long way. Just keeping it cute, basically.
Keeping it simple.
Yeah.
All right, so for anyone at this point in time going through betrayal, from a friend, what would you tell such a person?
Bro, that's tough. I mean, betrayal, heartbreak is a very difficult thing to deal with. Trying to act like you don't feel what you feel, or trying to deny the feeling, or trying to shove it off is only going to do more harm than good. So I guess if you're in that situation, what you have to do is, just relax, feel your feelings, find someone you can talk to about it. Because
what if it is life-threatening? We read in the papers and in media almost every day of friends, getting other friends to some very dangerous environment and situations. Kidnappings. A lot of people have said, my friend invited me to XY locations and that's how it happened. So how is it? Can you say people like that are friends in the first place? I mean,
of course, they're not your
if they've been with you for forever and you think they are your friends.
No, but they just proved that they're not. They're not your friends.
But the thing is, here's another angle to the conversation. They could be your friends and also not be your friends. Because they could be your friends in the sense of enjoying whatever it is that they benefit from
you.
These benefits don't have to be materialistic or physical. It could just be, whenever I talk to this person, I feel good. Whenever we spend time together, we're good. So they could have you around for that. But then in a situation where, now this is where love comes into play, right? In a situation where you've been asked to help kidnap your friend, if you love that person, you wouldn't do that.
True.
Do you understand? You would think about them. So that's where the crossroads now clash. So if the person doesn't love you and claims to be your friend, then you'd understand that they're not the type of friend you need, right? So if there's anyone in that situation, like I said before, obviously cut the person off, but take your time to go through your healing process, because it's quite hard to trust once you've been, put in a situation like that.
Okay. So my question is about keeping friendships, because I feel like many people take friendships for granted. We just take it like, no, Ebuka, no, my friend.
Yeah, whenever I call him, she pick up.
Yeah, whenever I call him. So how do we keep this good friendships that we've had, over time? What do we need to do to keep those friendships?
One very important part, I believe, of keeping friendships is supporting your friends. Because we know we can't check in every day. Everybody's going through their own, life. But one thing that I feel like a lot of people, I mean, when they do it to me, it feels nice. So I always try to do it for people, generally. Especially now that we have social media, you have your phone. Pick up your phone. Send a text. Go through their Instagram. You see they're promoting something, repost it. Do you understand? All those little acts, it makes them know that you see them. And, you know, you guys are still cool. You guys are still good. You're still in their corner. You get, so all that. And then just making an active effort to see physically every now and then. Yeah, because, I mean, Lagos is a crazy place. There's traffic. Everybody's busy. Or maybe Fridays, Saturdays, do group hangouts. I find that it's quite difficult to do group hangouts these days because there's not a lot of, so like if you can try to do group hangouts, that also helps. I'll say group chats, but people get anxiety from group chats.
Why though? Because I totally enjoy group chats.
I don't like group chats.
Oh really? Why? Why don't you?
Because it's too many people talking at the same time.
It's not personal.
And then you get lost.
It's personal. It's nothing like there's sometimes too many people talking at the same time, and then you get.
I'm
lost
probably
in the
talking
conversation.
what they shouldn't be talking about. Just like I'm there. Just like I'm there, you know.
No, well, not necessarily, because I belong to different groups. So, for example, I attended the Chimamanda workshop in 2016, and then all of us are still friends in a group, and we could just. So this morning, actually, I woke up. I slept early, but I woke up very early. I think around 4.
And most of you are still friends. You use that word.
Yeah, we're still very good friends because we've all hung out together. Two of us have had a wedding that we all traveled to.
Oh, so you guys are actually friends.
So we're friends. So and then they can just wake up and have like roundup conversations. So today they were talking about Hollywood and Nollywood and just different. And then I was lost in the conversation, but I didn't even bother to say anything. I just read through all of it. I didn't feel like, oh, there was a need for me to speak or for my voice to be heard.
No, group chats are cool if you understand that. Like, and most times if it's about something that interests you, it won't be stress. Yeah. Most people that have anxiety from group chats, most times it's work group chats because work is something that.
Oh yeah.
And that's something that the social media has done. You know, connecting a lot of lost friends, if you can use that word. You know, you have groups of your people you went to school with, people you went for seminars with many years ago, and you can track them and find out which amongst them, you know, still can be your friend. Abi?
Yeah. I just wanted to ask Ebuka, what makes you think that you are a good friend to your own friends?
I don't know.
Oh really? Your friends will have to tell you that.
They will have to tell me.
You can't blow your own trumpet and say, okay, I think I do this. I think.
Well, I mean, in the course of the conversation, I try to, like I say, support my friends, people I consider friends. I reach out every now and then. I send random. I'm one of those guys that'll be like, hey, what's up? How you doing? I was thinking about you, so I shot you a text. Hope you're doing okay. Whether I reply or not, I thought about you. I hit you up. You guys, so I try to do those little things, you know. So I guess if that makes me a good friend, and
being there when they need you, like once in a while,
I can,
physically.
Yeah, physically, definitely, physically. I mean, because I work in events. I have a urban yam festival that I do every year. Okay. The next one is on the 28th, and
yam festival.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is interesting.
In Lagos?
Yeah, in Lagos, yeah.
Really?
So what we do is, okay, let me explain it to you.
Tell
Everybody has a yam festival in their village.
Yeah.
Right? Wherever you're from the north, you're from the east. But you're not going to travel to that one. Because, not because there's anything wrong with it, but because it probably wasn't curated for you, a young person.
Yeah.
So what I've done is, or what myself and the team have done is, we've taken that concept, something that's culturally relevant, and then we've recreated it for the urban audience.
Oh, really?
Exactly.
I'd like to attend the next one.
When is it again?
28th of November.
Okay.
Is at the corner in Lekki Phase 1.
Yeah, okay. We look forward to that.
So see you guys there. So anyway, but to the point I was trying to make is, I mean, that's a good place to come and meet friends.
Yeah.
Right? And yeah, just trying to, you know, see physically is very important.
Yeah.
Wow. It's very important.
Yeah.
Okay. We're almost wrapping up this conversation.
Yes, we are. And he said something very fundamental about, you know, trying to be there physically, but also to realize that everybody is going through their own struggle one way or the other. So don't feel entitled because, you know, sometimes people don't, you know, we're counted out.
Especially family members.
Especially even friends. You know, the thing is, so I've had, you know, when he was talking about group chats, so I mean, different group chats, different friends on different types, and then I find out also like 2 weeks ago, one of the groups somebody left, and then she was upset. I'm like, okay, and so immediately she left. I sent her a message. I'm like, oh babe, what happened? Blah blah blah. Why did you leave the group? She was like, oh, it was her daughter's birthday like 2 days ago. Nobody wished her happy birthday. It was this and everything. And then the truth is, and she was like, oh, there are other people in the group when their children have birthday they celebrate. It's like, first of all. My son had his birthday. Did you? She said, "Oh, she did." I said, "Exactly. Nobody knew. If you did put a message to say, oh, it's my daughter's birthday, it's a different thing. If you all knew." She didn't put it out. And then, she was like, "Oh, she's going through challenges, and this is her daughter has been ill." She just went on. So I said, "Look, I know you're going through something, but to come and extend it and feel like everybody don't care because we all are going through our own challenges right now, especially with the way the Nigerian economy is and our daily struggles. And many people are very good at keeping whatever they're going through, in their stomach and not telling you. So don't come and be thinking. So if I shoot you a text, don't come and say, "Oh, Ebuka, sorry, just remember me after 1 month now." Whatever. If you remember me,
just forgot about me.
And 1 month passed, she didn't remember you.
You didn't remember me exactly.
So
don't emotionally
black. Street.
Don't emotionally blackmail me with all of those things. So
so friends are beautiful.
Friends are beautiful.
Very necessary for life.
Friendship is a beautiful experience.
Good friends.
Good friends are beautiful friends.
Friendship is a beautiful experience. I don't believe that we were put on this earth to exist on our lonesome.
Yeah.
That's why living alone is tough. Shout out to all the bachelors in Lagos.
Shout out to myself. How about the single girls in Lagos? You just single said girls. Bachelors. Come on.
Yeah, girls, single girls. Which girl is really single though in Lagos?
Yeah. Okay, Ebuka, I want to go back and ask you. Sorry, I want to ask you a question about, we're talking about siblings before we took the first break, and I know that it's not automatic for siblings to become friends. Yeah. But there are some siblings that are very good, they're very good friends, and I think it's just easy. Oh, they're brothers and everything. How do we begin to cultivate that friendship? Because you were talking about earlier on how you tell your sister, oh, she should learn to call you even if she doesn't need something. She just wants to have a conversation. So how do we begin to, build that friendship to ensure that, okay, I'm calling my sibling and we're friends just beyond, oh, he's just my brother, he's just my sister?
I feel like one thing I've learned is human beings are mirrors, right? If you want something, you try to do it as well so that it can mirror your behavior. Okay. For example, what I try to do with my sisters is if maybe I figure something out, or like I've been trying to figure something out and I finally get it, I'm like, oh, hey, see what happened, share good news. Oh, I was thinking about this. I have this idea. What do you guys think? So just have regular conversations you would have with friends that are in the same room as you. You get, so cultivating the friendship requires work from both ends. Because requesting for it isn't doing the work. Requesting for it is stating that, okay, this needs to be done, right? And then doing it is a whole other journey that the both of you have to engage in. On your part, you have to do, and then so that by the time you're talking about it again, it'll be a case of, well, like, I mean, you've done this. So naturally, whoever it is that cares about you, once they see you're doing that, they'll mirror it.
Sometimes if you're an introvert, people think that you're proud.
My life.
Really? People think that you're proud. How does that play out, in this scheme of things as we talk friendship?
Well, I feel like you can't really control people's perception of you. Okay. So, which is why it's very important to understand yourself and not try to be a people pleaser in the sense of trying to change how you are. Or changing how you are sometimes is for the better. But when I say changing how you are, it's like changing the fundamentals of yourself just to make someone else happy. True. If you're an introvert, you're probably an introvert because you suffer from social anxiety to an extent. I have social anxiety. A lot of people don't know.
No, it doesn't show.
How do you cover it up?
I just stay in my house. I don't cover it up. I just, so I
you like your space. You like
I like myself. So for an introvert, learning to love yourself, learning to actually like yourself is very important, because if you're going to be spending a lot of time by yourself, you need to love who you're spending a lot of time with, which is yourself, right? And then I guess say hi. People say hi back. You go out, you see someone I mean, down here, I'm not just down here, generally, we're all very particular about, oh, I don't want to say hi to someone and then they don't say hi back. Me, I don't care. If I see you and you look familiar, I'll say hi to you. If you don't say hi back, then I know tomorrow if I see you, I won't greet you. That's what I do. Did you get? If you say hi back, then cool. I have someone I know that, okay, if I say hi to him, say hi back. So I feel like people need to, you know, not take these things too seriously, because life is really short. Life is so fickle. Yeah. You get, every day we wake up is a restart. It's a restart. It's 24 hours. It's a reset. Let's do something today. You don't want to go through your entire life wishing, oh, if I had said hi to this person, or if I had gone to this place, or if I had.
Wow.
Yeah. So love yourself and just take your time to just build communication skills in general.
Right, Ebuka, thank you so much. I've learned so much from you.
And
now I feel, because that was one of the things, you know, when we were looking for a guest, we were saying, look, we don't want any like experts. We just want everyday people that can share like their real life friendship experience, not, you know, someone telling us
what is
technical, technical stuff, just real life thing. And for me, what you just said is very instructive, because every time I'm sending messages to my friends and I'm sending, so in some of my groups, I'm like the life of the party. So I'm sending a message and I'm saying, oh, I love you guys. Someone like, are you okay? You want to die? I'm like, no, I'm not dying, but I don't have to wait.
No, I don't have to.
I don't have to wait like till it's your birthday or there's a funeral before I tell you how great you are to me or how I appreciate you or how you've done something for me. So let me just say that now and really show you my gratitude in any way possible. So I don't go back on my funeral. I'm like, oh, I should have said this. I want to tell her this or whatever. So that's it.
All right, final word from you, the truce.
Final word from me is, wow, this is. I don't know what to say as my final words. Generally, I'll probably just say, have a good day, everyone. You know, try to reach out to a friend, send a text to a friend today. And come to Yamfest and make friends.
You will pay for that advertisement. We'll give you a bill at the end of the show. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So on that note, Farah Wotaba will be here with Shalewa Williams to talk about love and friendship. Let's look at another, you know, interesting side of the conversation I'm looking forward to having. But before then, we'll have our Keep Fit segment. Stay with us.